Hello my purple banditos and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we defeated Fuchsia City's Pokemon Gym, defeated Koga, the crazy weird ninja dude, and we obtained the Soul Badge. In today's episode, we are ready to actually explore a little bit around Fuchsia. There are a couple things we need to do here before we go any further, so that's what we're going to take care of. You know, props to us having cut. You know, definitely keep it at least to this point in the game. Later on, we will be removing it from Bolin, but for now, it's going to come in pretty handy, pretty crucial. Now, we're actually going to be going into one of my favorite places today, and that's the Safari game. If you guys know about the Safari game, basically, you go in here, you pay some Poké Dollars, you can't really use your Pokemon, and it'll give you like 30 special Safari Balls, which you can use to catch the different Pokemon in the grassy areas and all those sorts of things. Now, in order to catch them, you like throw rocks at them or give them treats or, you know, whatever, crack a funny joke in my, you know, I can crack a funny joke and pretty much catch any Pokemon I want. That's, you know, that's what I do in life. I think that makes it a lot more fun, a lot more exciting. There are also a lot of really good items here. Now, I don't expect to make it to the end of the Safari game, because we are supposed to make it to the end. It's a little bit confusing. It's basically a little bit like a maze, and at the end of the maze, you basically get a reward, which is what we need in order to proceed on our adventure. I don't expect to be doing this in one try. So what I'm going to do is explore around, collect some items, because there are a lot of really good items that you're not going to want to miss out on here, and I think that'll be good for us. A max potion. That wasn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like equipable items and those sorts of things, so it's pretty good. Now, I vaguely remember where it is we need to go, and by that I mean I really have no idea where I'm going, so I just hope that, you know, we can make it through here without getting into, you know, too much trouble. I remember the Safari, well, in general, the Safari game was one of like the most, you know, cool things that I thought stood out to me when I first played like Pokemon Yellow. I remember just coming in here a bunch of times and just exploring around, because I always thought there was going to be something different, or that I'd bump into like a super rare Pokemon, or like, you know, some Pokemon that no one had discovered before. I feel like as a kid, when we really don't know too much about a game and we bump into like such a strange area, you know, like this is, you know, you have to explore it. I know I definitely did. I ran around for a long time just looking around, seeing what I could find, exploring to see what Pokemon were in here. And, you know, coming up to FireRed, like I mentioned before, I had played FireRed before, and one of the first things I ever did on FireRed, and in general in Pokemon, was I completed my Pokedex. So I got all 150 or whatever of the, not the National Dex, just the Kanto Dex or whatever it is. So I obtained all the Pokemon in here, and one of my biggest memories I have about the Safari game is probably looking for a Taurus. It was absolutely stressful. I don't remember what the percentage of finding one is, but it's really, really low. And I just remember like sitting in one little area, probably like 6 hours a day looking for it, because, you know, it was so freaking ridiculously hard to catch. Like, if you don't throw the correct like rock at him or the ball at him, he'll run away from you. And I had the hardest time doing it. I think I spent probably like a minimum of 10 hours, I would say. I don't remember. A minimum of 10 hours trying to catch that Pokemon. And it was so difficult just because the percentage of bumping into him and the percentage of catching him are so low that it makes it almost like, you know, insanely rare. And I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you've ever had to fill up the Pokedex by catching a Taurus here in the Safari Zone, but it sucked. I didn't know where else to catch one. I don't know. Maybe there's an easier way to do it. But when I was playing FireRed, you know, that's what I decided to do, and it kind of sucked a little bit. Now, another thing that you guys need to realize about the Safari game is that if we take too many steps here, it will bump us out. So I think we've already took a good amount of steps, and there we have it. I knew we were about to run out, so it's probably going to take us a couple tries to get through here, but it's okay. I don't mind going through the Safari and just exploring it around. You know, I don't remember exactly where the exit of it is, but it's a fun time. I enjoy, you know, going through it and playing games with you guys and just kind of figuring out where the heck it is I need to go. It's only 500 to go back in, so I highly suggest that if you're at this point in the game, just run around, just take a look around, see what you can find. There are a lot of really great Pokemon here. You know, a lot of you guys have actually suggested Pokemon to me that I should catch here, but we'll see. All I'm going to say is today we will be adding our 5th team member. Okay, guys? We're here in the Safari game. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen today, but we are going to be adding our 5th team member, which can be, you know, very surprising. I actually don't think a lot of you guys expect this Pokemon to be added to our team, so I think it'll be kind of fun to see the reactions I get from you guys, you know, once you actually realize who we're going to be adding. You know, I think it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but one of the choices that I've decided on just because of personal preference. You know, before you see any further in the video, I would like you guys to take a guess. guess who I was gonna add, and then, you know, when you figure out who I did add, let me know if you were correct. I think that'd be kind of cool, kind of fun, just to see where your guys' minds are for my Pokemon team, because I feel like a lot of people are, you know, throwing out a lot of different suggestions, and I am agreeing with most of them. But once in a while, you know, I see the team comps and I'm like, you know what? I think this will be a really good decision, and I think it'll be fun. Just you know, a little fun thing. Can we stop bumping into these Pokemon too? Honestly, that was probably one of the most stressful things in the Safari game. You know, I'm pretty sure they added like Safari zones, nothing like this, or, you know, later on in different games, but I always think this one was probably one of the most fun ones, just because it brings me back to the days. You know, it brings me back to just running around here, really not knowing what I was doing, looking for a certain item that I didn't know where the heck it was, and it's kind of cool, you know, going back to some of these places. Okay, I think somewhere around here, there's a lot of items at least. We've collected the Quick Claw, which is awesome. We got Steel Wing, which we can definitely teach the Bring Car, which I think would be a really great move for us, especially now that we have Fly. There's no need to have Wing Attack, so I'll probably end up replacing that. I think that would be a good call for us, but I just need to find my freaking way out of here. Once you actually obtain a certain move, it makes you know, going through the Safari a lot easier. I think you guys might know what I'm talking about, and that's what we're actually in search of today, because yeah, we can't really go any further in this game. Well, honestly, yeah, we could probably make it to the next gym at this point, but this is one of those crucial moments that I think we really need to knock out before we go any further, because I really don't like, you know, backtracking too much. We could probably get to the next gym and we could probably take them down, you know, in a decent way, I would say, but it's better to just knock this out now. I'm one of those people that would rather take care of something in a certain town than have to come back to it later, just because I definitely enjoy progressing in the story a lot more than just like, you know, random little dumb things like bumping into Pokemon and battling them. I prefer just like getting into the story. I think I've always been that type of person though, like someone who really, you know, likes a story in a game and really enjoys like the characters behind it and all this sort of thing. I think that's one of the reasons, you know, that I enjoy games such as Platinum. I think Platinum had an amazing story, and definitely Black and White too. I thought those were beautiful stories, and that's the type of thing that I like to do, like the storylines, because I can really like, you know, get into the character. Like N, absolutely love the character of N. I thought it was just so like amazing and so dark and so genuine, and just it clicked, you know, something like that. It's really cool, kind of like the Legend or Avatar, you know, The Last Airbender. That's a reason why I really clicked with Zuko, because I was really deep into his story. I was like, man, I know what it feels like to, you know, mess up and have to, you know, get your respect back and get your redemption back. And I think that's one of the main reasons like he became one of my favorite characters, was just the fact that like, you know, he went through the struggle. I'm guessing by now you guys have probably seen The Last Airbender. I've talked about it a lot. It's one of my favorite like cartoon shows. I love it. I just love everything about it. And what's funny is like what I was saying was, you know, Zuko went through a hard time, and then, you know, he ends up turning around and becoming Aang's teacher and helping out, you know, Team Avatar and all those things. And that just like kind of rocked my mind. I was like, if he can do it, I can do it too. And you know, that's what I like, just fell in love with the character of Zuko. I was like, how cool is it that this guy, who at the beginning would chase Aang and was his nemesis and like his rival and, you know, all these weird things, and, you know, he turns out to end up joining his team. What I like to call him is the anti-hero. It's like someone who battles between, you know, making the right and wrong decisions for their own good. And I definitely love the anti-hero characters. I think there's something just really cool about them. I don't know if you guys, another show that actually reminds me of this was Digimon. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but Digimon had a lot of anti-heroes. You know, the way to think about anti-heroes is like, there's the hero, the really good guy, blah, 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 blah. And then there's like that darker character who has a lot of, you know, heroic traits to him, but sometimes makes the wrong choices, you know, to benefit himself or to help the group, even though they may be wrong. And, you know, Digimon had a lot of those, and I liked a lot of those characters. It was just really cool. Like, I think, you know, it was really awesome, especially in the first series, that they had, like, an anti-hero and those sorts of things. And, you know, that's what I enjoy about stories. The anti-heroes are probably my favorite characters. If you guys have a favorite anti-hero, let me know. There's a couple cool ones that I like. And, hey, we actually just obtained the gold teeth, and that's one of the items we are looking for, which is pretty freaking cool. Double team. I don't really think we'll teach that to anyone, but we have made it to the secret lair where we have been trying to get to. So let's talk to this guy.
Ah, finally, you're the first person to reach the secret house. Although I made a campaign for our grand opening, I was getting worried that no one would win our campaign prize. Congratulations, you have won.
We received HMO3 from the attendant. I wonder what it could be.
HMO3 Surf. Pokemon will be able to ferry you across water using it, and this HM isn't disposable, so you can use it over and over. You're super lucky for winning this fabulous prize.
Well, with that, guys, we look like we have obtained HM03 Surf, which is a very awesome HM, which is going to help us out a lot. Probably the strongest water-type move around here, and it's going to be helping us out a lot. The only Pokemon in our team right now that can learn it is Doki, but surprise, surprise, we're not going to be teaching it to Doki. That's all I have to tell you. As I mentioned before, we are going to be adding another Pokemon to our team today. Now, I'm just checking out a little bit because you never know. There could be some items in here, something that we could obtain that might help us on our journey, that might, help us get deeper in there, check things out a little bit. Once in a while, there's an item hidden in here. I also need to run out the time because I'm not about to backtrack. I'm not about to go all the way back to the start. Let's just run out the clock. Oh, wow, that was good. There we go. Time is up. Now, we obtained the item, the Gold Teeth, and it's for a reason, because we're actually going to obtain another HM here today. We obtained HM03 Surf, but, we're on an HM collecting spree. I highly recommend, by the way, do not miss the teeth. Don't miss the golden teeth. It's really easy. Make sure you get them, because you honestly aren't going to want to go back through all of that, unless you want to catch Pokemon. If you want to catch Pokemon, then I understand. But if not, I'd say come straight here after you get them. So we just gave the Gold Teeth to the Warden. He couldn't talk beforehand.
Thanks, son. You're a real lifesaver. No one could understand a word that I've said, not a one. I was too ashamed to show my face around the office. Let me give you something for your trouble.
So we have also received HM04, and with that, we have HM04, which is Strength, which will allow us to move boulders that look like this. Now, guys, we are ready to make our way to an area. If you guys remember, we have Fly now, which will actually allow us to backtrack to a certain area. So, I've actually been considering this Pokemon a lot. As you can see, we got the good rod here, just a quick little item to pick up. I've been thinking about this Pokemon a lot. I've actually mentioned you guys this Pokemon before in, some of my silly stories. I used to actually own a sticker book, and this Pokemon was one of the holographic stickers that I got. He was the bonus sticker. Well, or at least you could say that. We're going to make our way to Viridian City, guys, because it is there where we will continue our adventure. I know, we're going to have to make our way through Viridian Forest, actually, in order to find this Pokemon who is going to be hiding in there somewhere. But I'm actually really excited to add it to our team. I think it's going to be a very good addition, and it's honestly, one of my favorite Pokemon, just, from my childhood, from when I was a kid. So we're going to go ahead and figure it out. I'm guessing a couple of you guys have probably already gone ahead and guessed it, but, we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and give the Quick Claw to, I don't know, who should we give it to? Brinkar, Doki. Let's give it to Doki. Doki's a beast. Alright, so with that, let's go into the Pokemart actually and buy a couple more Pokeballs, because I don't know how many it's going to be. I probably should have bought some Great Balls. I don't think we have access to Ultra Balls yet, but I'll just go with the Pokeballs for now. I think like 5 should be enough. Yeah, definitely 5. Okay, now let's go ahead and make our way to Viridian City, to Viridian Forest, I mean, and this is exciting time, guys. I'm actually pretty excited to go and add this Pokemon. I think it's going to be a pretty good addition. I think it'll fit, it'll fit in pretty well with the team comp we have going, leading into our 6th team member. Let's head inside then and make our way back here. I feel like we haven't been back here in a while. We're so strong now. Remember when we were first here? We had like a little level 6, like, Bulbasaur running around. And nowadays, we're sitting here with like super strong Pokemon who are in a way underleveled. I know, guys, they're a little bit underleveled. I've realized it. Since against Koga, we were fighting Pokemon like 16 levels above us. But hey, we beat them, and I think that's all that matters. And we're actually going to bump into it. I'll be back in 2 seconds when I find the Pokemon. So there we have it, guys. With that, I found our Pokemon we're looking for, and it was Pikachu, level 3. I know, I mentioned to you guys before about having a holographic Raichu sticker in my bonus sticker book when I was a kid. So Pikachu leads into Raichu, which becomes, one of my favorite Pokemon. Raichu's an absolute beast, and I think definitely having an electric type on our team is going to help us. A lot of you guys suggested I add an electric type, and I think this is going to be the right decision for our team. Plus, Pikachu is absolutely adorable, and Raichu looks like an absolute beast. So let's just throw as many Pokeballs as we can, and I think it'll be cool. This is also the first female Pokemon we have in our party. We have 4 dudes, and this is the first female Pokemon. Who would have thought? I thought we were going to get, a little bit of luck with Kaji and actually get a female Eevee, but we ended up getting a guy, but it's okay. I'll take it. Now, Pikachu, I actually want you to stay in there. I want you to stay in that ball, and, we're going to treat you well. We're going to, treat you real well. I'm not going to shove you in a Pokeball all the time. We got a lot of battling going on, a lot of fun things to do, a lot of crazy things to do. I think you'll have a good time with the team. I think you'll enjoy hanging around us and, just seeing what happens and all those sorts of things. All right, we've thrown a good amount of Pokeballs at it. I think this is like the 5th one. Hopefully we can catch it. Maybe 5th time's the charm. They shouldn't be that hard to catch. I know, it's a level 3. If we had a Great Ball, we probably would have caught it on the first try. But the thing is, I didn't bring Great Balls. All I have are Pokeballs, which makes it a little bit difficult on us, but it's okay. Is this the moment? Yes, there we have it, guys. So with that, gotcha. Pikachu is caught. So awesome, guys. We've gone ahead and caught ourselves a Pikachu. And with that, it says number 25 has a small electric sacs on both his cheeks. If threatened, it loses electric charges from the sacs. Its height is 1 feet 4. Weight is 13.2 pounds. Let's give this Pikachu a nickname. Now, I'm actually going to nickname it something a little bit silly, which I thought about. It's kind of cool. I think it sounds right. We're going to name it Achu. Bless you. Thank you. With that, we've gone ahead and added Achu, the Pikachu, to our team. I know, just kind of nice, because of the sneeze sound. I think it sounds kind of cool. So with that, guys, we are done here for today. We've took care of everything we had to. We added our 5th team member, which is really, really good. Now, as I mentioned before, we need to do a little bit of training. So I am going to be training our team off screen. So you guys will be seeing the level ups next time. If you guys have any tips on what's coming up or what I should do, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.